Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Favorite Faithful Podcast. I'm Brian Freno, joined by me is Beto from Niner Sickness Podcast. We got On Show from the Shaw Show, and we got a special guest tonight, Red Jet Shao. How we doing?
Hello. Thank y'all for having me.
Of course. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Of
Yeah,
course.
looking forward for a great show, guys. Let's talk some 49er football.
Yes,
What do
sir,
you
that
want?
Yes, sir.
53-man roster and the 16-man practice squad. Gonna be fun.
Let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about who made
All
the
right,
team.
she's
Who
ready
did
for
it.
some football.
There
Hi,
we go.
doggy. Aw.
She should take over the show for you, Beto.
Huh? My baby.
Oh, for real. Let me bring up the 53-man roster real quick.
Oh, you saw that, Brandon? Nothing gets by you, does it?
Dude, I'm on it, bro. Even at work, I got
I
a
switched it thinking you wouldn't even notice the logo.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, ain't nothing gonna get by me,
No, and
bro. I'm telling
you
you
can
that.
leave. I just wanted to see if you noticed. I would have changed it back if you didn't, but you're on it, bro.
Okay, so let's see here. So I thought I freaking had it, but go ahead. So three of the guys that got cut and made it to different teams today is offensive line El Manning. He went to Arizona. We got another offensive line, Keith Ismail
Arizona.
to Arizona. And then cornerback Deshaun Jameson to Carolina, which I thought he was going to get picked up
And
again
we
by us.
also had one more, actually, which
Yeah,
it came
Ball.
out really late.
Ball.
Yeah,
A
Marcelino
linebacker.
McCurry
He
Ball
went
to the Jets.
to the Jets. Yeah.
So, and then let's see. So with those three so far, what are your guys' thoughts on that? Did you think anybody was gonna stay? Were you surprised that they got cut? Any of that? And then after you guys say your answers, I'm gonna go ahead and read off the rest of the players that got waived. Red Jet, let's hear your response first. But just those three guys so far.
First. No surprise here. I know some of them weren't really, I don't want to say not performing, but they weren't really doing too much. So some of the people that get cut, it's not really a surprise. There's some that made me go, oh shit, but not really a surprise from my side, from looking at it. And then from preseason, just watching the 3 games, I didn't really see much. So it wasn't really much of a standout for me.
Okay. On show.
Yeah, one guy I did kind of think that could possibly make it is Il Manning, just because I felt like the offensive line depth was really lacking. At least, it definitely looked better in the third preseason game. But I will say, knocking on wood, I don't think we're going to see that backup offensive line, the whole backup offensive line. So I'm really not too worried, because the thing is, you might have like one backup and you'll probably be fine. And in general, it just takes time for, these guys to gel, especially with new guys. And I'm not really surprised with Deshaun Jameson. I feel like there wasn't that much of a competition when it came to the cornerback spot. So I wasn't, I didn't expect him to make it past, because I definitely thought someone was going to pick him up, which obviously ended up happening. And wasn't too surprised about the other guys also getting picked up.
Okay, Beto.
Um,
Just from those three guys.
Emerson obviously going to Carolina was a little bit of a
Yeah.
blow to me. I liked him not only because he's a D-back, they can play outside, they play inside, but he's also great returning the ball, special teams. So I can see we're doing a lot of things with him. But and they decided to go with Isaiah Oliver. I understand kind of why Isaiah would have not made it through the waiver wire, but they figured that this kid would, because nobody knows too much about him. But Apparently, Carolina knew enough to go and get him. So out of the three, even though offensive line is important, but I think just because this kid can do it all, I think he was a great loss.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and read off the rest of the guys that were waived. So we got Alex Barrett, Jack Coletto, Marlon Davidson, Joey Fisher, Alfredo Contreras, which I really thought he was gonna make the team this year, man. To be honest with you. Miles Hartsfield, Keith Ismail, Deshaun Jamison, Quan Treese Knight, Corey Luciano, Il Manning, Tay Martin, Marcelino McCray Ball, Jason Poe. I'm kind of surprised Poe didn't make the team.
No, he went to I forgot what team he didn't want to come back. Oh no, I'm thinking about Fisher.
Yeah,
Fisher did
Fisher
not
went
want
to
to-
the Steelers.
He didn't want to come back.
Yeah.
I don't know about Poe. Maybe he's so small they missed him.
I think with Poe, he's still not fully there, so I think that's why they were able to also get him back, and that's why I think he didn't make the roster. So I think maybe next year there's a shot that he could make this 53, but I just don't think he's at that point yet. So
Okay.
Right.
Continuing on real quick, Curtis Robinson, Trey Swilling, Leroy Watson, and Isaiah Winstead. Any of those guys, did they stand out to you guys in the preseason games
And
at
real
all?
quick, just to let you know, all those you mentioned are now on the 16-man practice squad.
I was just gonna get to that right now too.
yeah.
There you go.
But did any of those guys stand out to you at all?
No, not
They
really.
all did.
I don't know. I personally didn't think McCurry Ball was as good this year. I feel like I just didn't see as much flashes as I did like last year. And just with the depth
fair.
of this, deep linebacking
Yeah,
core,
they're
I mean,
deep in the line.
it's just if they were gonna trade someone, I think that was more likely, but they didn't. So
Yeah.
Ishmael wasn't all that bad either, but
yeah.
Yeah.
And then also too, Willie Snead did get cut, but he got brought back on the practice squad as well, and so did Ty McGill and Chris Conley.
That's who I was afraid of, and then wouldn't mind make it back to Ty. I like Ty McGill.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really do.
me too.
I understand why they did it, because the guys that are on there. I mean, if it had to be between McGill and Kalia Davis, I would have kept Kalia, which they did. But I'm glad that Ty is back on the practice squad, and he might not even be on there because I heard they put Robert Bale on POP. So there's an open spot.
IR, yeah.
IR, yeah.
Well, I think
No,
they
wait,
did
I thought it
that.
was Danny Gray.
No, so what they did was they put Danny Gray on IR, and then we didn't actually specifically really know because Caution didn't say it, but then later on, basically, it was
John Lynch.
It was Beal, and so it's gonna be the short-term IR anyways, and
Yeah,
so
4
then
games.
so that's why they brought back. They were able to bring back Kerry Hyder and
I don't see Kerry Hyder on here. Did they bring him back as well?
They brought him back today.
Yeah,
they brought Kerry Hyder and Austin Bryant. That's right.
Yeah.
Those were released. Those were not waived. They were released. As veterans.
Yeah, because as veterans, they
can choose to go wherever they want,
so that they can go wherever. While
wherever,
younger guys
or come back to the team they just got cut from. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I heard about that too.
And then what do you call it?
I like Chris Conley. Hopefully he'll heal up.
Too.
But I'm really in love with Ronnie Bell, bro. This kid.
Same here.
Oh my goodness.
He was fire. Yes.
Yes.
Keep him, please.
And this is, he dropped some balls, but that's expected as a rookie. But the way he did, the way he commands the huddle, he's going to be able to work. Like, he's going to be another smaller version of Debo.
Yeah.
I also liked Tay Martin a lot.
Daniel, he did make it.
Tay Martin actually kind of.
Yeah, I'm glad they brought him back. I like him too.
Yeah.
Even Snead, he's older, but Willie Snead.
Yeah.
He's the one that says Brock Purdy reminds him a lot of Drew Brees.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
this guy played with Brees. I know people right away take it like, oh my God, he's calling him. No, he's not calling him Drew Brees. He says a lot of things remind him of
Yes, exactly.
Drew
Yeah.
Brees. People get it twisted, man. Don't hate on Brock so much that you can't
Yeah.
hear what he's saying. But
So Beto, right here, Breezy tweeted out earlier today that they signed Kerry Hyder and Austin Bryant to 1-year deals and placed Danny Gray and Robert Bill on the injured reserve.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
So
That's correct.
Those are the two spots that for them to be on. And I'm pretty sure, Kyle worked it out with them. Says we're going to cut you, but it's just, it's just roster politics that we got to go through, formality, and we're going to bring you back on. Don't worry. And they're like, okay. That's why they didn't pursue anyone else. They could have, but they have such a great relationship with Kyle that they stay with it, because they could have left. They could have went any team, but they have that relationship and respect for Kyle. And plus, who doesn't want to come back to this defense? This defense is going to be great this year.
yeah.
As long as they stay healthy.
Key word, absolutely healthy. Knock on wood, man.
Do you guys think they're going to be better than last year?
Defensive line? I don't think so.
What was the question real quick?
He's saying if the defensive line we think is going to be better than last year.
Okay, go ahead.
And I was saying I don't think so, because I personally thought guys like Ibukam, Omenuhu were great guys to have. And then, I'm high enough on what's his name, Cleveland Farrell, because I think we can get something out of him. But then I'm more like, I'm fine with the interior defensive line. I feel fine about that, but I'm a little bit worried about the edge spot. Even with Bosa, when Bosa even comes back, I'm still.
I'm worried if we lose Jackson. If Jackson can stay healthy all year, this kid is gonna be a monster. He looks great. He had a great camp. This guy can bat balls down like it's nobody's business. I think he's gonna be great. And again, we have Armstead, we have Hargrave, and then Bosa. Assuming that he comes back and gets signed, those three monsters are going to take a lot of pressure off Drake Jackson. So Drake Jackson is going to have a lot of one-on-ones, and all he has to do is beat those one-on-ones, and I think he can do it. He put a lot of mass on him, a lot of weight on his body, muscle, and I expect him to be able to handle offensive linemen better than he did last year. And I think this kid is very underrated by a lot of people. I'm not saying none of here in the panel or in the chat, but he's very rated by a lot of the so-called professional media people.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to turn a lot of years. This kid's we're going to know more about, the world's going to know more than we know by the end of the season. I expect this kid to have a great year.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree too. So I was going to ask you guys too, are you guys worried about Hufanga with his little cyst that's going on in his knee?
The thing is, I know the Niners aren't going to tell us if he needs that meniscus, like whatever thing, because that can have meniscus tear in there. So I'm hoping.
Whether they tell us or not, we're going to know week 1. Trust me.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm hoping, but I think Jair Brown. I mean.
Well, that's what I was going to say too. You think Jair Brown will take over if anything does happen?
Yeah.
To Huff?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because they like to keep things under wraps. They don't like to tell us shit until it happens, until the day of, or the day, the day of, or the day before. And it's fucked up as a fan, because we should be able to know what's going on. They should be able to be that transparent. There, if you're going to be transparent with one player, it should be across the board, no matter who it is. And with Huff, it's like, if he needs to have this done, say it, because we got 8 weeks before the bye week. So
I think it's you
can't keep that a secret.
I think they're trying to keep that from the Steelers, information away from the Steelers. They want to keep the Steelers thinking, because he's honestly, Kyle's not obligated to tell us anything until the last minute, and I can understand it. If it's due to a team that we're facing, I can see why he's keeping under. It's more like, let's say Kyle says one thing, and then we hear the difference from John Lynch. Then like, what the hell are you doing, Kyle? Then I can understand. Hey, don't be spilling bullshit. Tell us the truth. But I think it's more of
Right.
kind of keep it trying to keep it quiet. Maybe they want the Steelers to believe that he's not healthy, and then he's going to go out there and have a great game. So hopefully that's what it is.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I
interesting.
don't know. I just don't like the Niners how they hide so much, though. I feel like they do it too, like more compared to some of these other
Yeah,
teams. Not even when it comes to like injuries, but just like again, Nick Bosa's thing is a perfect like example. It's just the contract stuff too. Like they never like will even say anything. They're just like, yeah, there's no update. That's what John Lynch said today. So
To me, no news is great news. The fact that we're not hearing about no
yeah,
trade, we're not
correct.
hearing about no
Mundo.
trade, we're not hearing
Right.
about this or that, and they're communicating behind doors. It's encouraging. It's not as fast as I would want him to be signed by now, but I mean, look at Debo last
So
year. A lot of us were worried because Debo was talking about trade. His agent was talking about trade. Imagine if we heard from Bosa's agent that they might want to be traded. We would go ballistic.
you
The
guys
fact that
still
we're not hearing nothing.
you worried? You worried though, Beto, or no?
I like I mentioned earlier on my show with Pete. If he's not signed and delivered by Friday, then I'm very concerned. I think they're waiting
Okay.
for this whole 53-man roster to go by. They're waiting for
What's up,
the
Bash?
16 the 16 practice squad to be filled,
so
and now
Sean,
they just want to make it all about Bosa.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Friday at the latest we should hear something. Now if Friday comes and goes and we don't hear nothing, then yes. Now am I still worried a little bit? Yes, I'll be hella worried by Friday.
Yeah.
What's up,
Red Tech.
Bash?
What about you? Are you worried?
Uh, not yet. Not yet. Again, like like Beto said, we don't. No one's obligated to tell fans or the media anything, so that part is fair. But then, as a fan, it's like gotta know, or yeah, okay, the Steelers, you're trying to keep them guessing, but at the same time, sooner or later, these teams are going to figure out our defense. Sooner or later. I mean, they
Mm-hmm.
didn't really do it last year, but this year, yeah. And then we got some repeat offenders this year, being with the Eagles and the Cowboys. Those are both regular season games, and we might
Yep.
see them again, hopefully,
Yeah.
in the off season. But I I'm not worried yet, but I think something has been finalized. They're just not saying shit. And it's just like,
Yeah.
what are you holding back for? Like just
Mm-hmm.
if it's finalized, speak on it.
Exactly.
September 10th is next Sunday. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like how long you gonna hold out?
Yeah. No,
You know.
I think there is something done already. There's kind of been a lot of stuff coming out on Twitter about it. The deal is done. I think they're just waiting because they want him to be the highest paid defensive player. So it's gonna be interesting to see how much he's gonna be getting paid. But
Right.
media, what about you, man?
um, I'm a little bit worried, but I'm also a little bit less now just because of that report that came out today from Jason Dumas.
I thought it
Mhm.
was Jason Dumbass. I'm like,
I
who?
no mom
That's
and
how I thought. That's how I read it the first time. I'm like, who's taking this guy credit? I never heard of him. And then I had to look at his
better
name
than
again.
what
And,
we
oh,
saw
not
from
dumbass,
Reddit.
Dumas.
Yeah, it's better than whoever that person was from Reddit at least. Like, and the thing is, people will always say that stuff when they especially takes a long time for players to get signed. They're like, maybe they're gonna get traded or whatever. But yeah, I am feeling a bit better about it. So hopefully it gets done this week.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
And I don't know,
Um,
maybe it's something to do where the Niners were like, okay, we want incentives built in this contract, but it seems like Bosa is a guy
I
that would
think it's a
want it all
guarantee,
up
bro.
front
It's a guarantee that they're probably working on, and they're probably
yeah, probably.
Bosa probably wants to be here for 4 years, and the Niners probably want him for
for
5.
5, yeah.
5. Yep. Hmm.
Yeah,
Imagine if
I
we get him
agree.
for 6. I love that.
Yeah.
Can we get a Super Bowl out of it then?
Yeah,
Can we get
yeah.
something out? Like,
You know, because
Okay.
Bosa, if he's gonna get the like 4-year deal, he's gonna be 30. So then he would want to have that one more contract.
right.
And so on
Right.
his side, like it would make sense for him to want that 4-year deal.
All right. Here's my next question for you guys.
All these questions.
So today in the presser, Kyle was saying that Brock Purdy's getting lesser reps this week. Why do you think that is? And now people are speculating. I thought he was 100% healthy. Why is he taking lesser reps?
I think Kyle says that because he just likes to mess with the Niner fans, bro.
You think so?
Yeah,
I think it goes back.
He eats it up.
No, I think it just goes back to him trying to play that chess game for some reason and like, you know,
But
make
I'm just
teams
like,
guessing.
we're done with the whole quarterback controversy now. Like,
Yeah, because Trey Lance got
Why-
traded. So I'm like, why are we having to still?
I'm telling you, he's doing it to mess with the Niner fans. That he probably watches Twitter and these idiots go back and forth and
Yeah, probably has
You know,
some burner
Yeah.
account that we don't even know.
You're right doing this.
there he is. What's up, Christian?
What's up, bro?
Le pinche güero.
Going.
What's up, Christian?
Long day.
Yeah, same here.
I'm
I
not
feel
worried
it.
about
Same.
Brock.
Dude, it was hot in the Bay today.
Okay,
Yeah.
you
Hella hot.
complaining this. Okay, how hot was it?
Yeah, but
Not
the
as hot
humidity
as fucking
kinda bad.
Arizona, probably.
Yeah, bro,
Not that-
exactly.
And-
It's
not
like
that
it's like
hot, thank God.
108 here.
You chose
Our-
to be
It's
there.
108.
air
Oh, you guys are in
quality
Arizona.
shit too
You
right
guys
now.
are in Arizona? Shit.
I am.
Honestly,
It's
he goes to
111 in
school
New
there.
Mexico.
It's raining though right now, and I've been like hearing a little bit of thunder.
Nice.
And it's
I feel it.
still 108?
Right now it's like 92, but
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Air
Man, it was
conditioning.
like
Still hot.
today.
Air
Look-
conditioning.
So I'm looking at
him,
Red
look at
Jam.
him. He,
I'm
when he
like,
started
how
the
the
show this
heck are
season,
you
he was
wearing a
white.
sweatshirt?
yeah, say.
Look how dark he is now. He was white when he first started. Now he's killing him over there in Arizona. He looked like Christian.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
done.
that-
Hey, so just to catch you up, Christian, we were talking about the 53-man roster. Like, are you surprised by anybody that made the team, who made the
No.
practice squad?
No, because I really don't give a shit.
That's
Fucking
In a
go win.
nutshell.
Go fucking win games. I don't fucking care.
I feel it. And then we were just talking about Nick Bosa right now. Do you think his deal gets done by Friday?
I don't know if it's Friday, but I think his deal gets done. I just
By
don't
when?
know.
Before you panic.
Probably. I'm not going to panic. Before the start of the season, but if he doesn't, then I'm not going to panic. But I also don't think that we're going to be very good on defensively without him. I mean, he's the
Nope.
whole anchor
I
of
don't
our
think so
defense.
either.
Everything goes through him. The way the defense play, it all goes because of him. So
You know what I picture right now? Christian saying, "Yeah, I'm not going to panic. It's whatever happens." And then as soon as the show's over, damn it, where's Bosa? He's on Twitter looking at Bosa. Don't be lying,
Pacing
Chris. You
back-
know you panic,
pacing
bro.
back and forth doing
Right.
this.
Have you guys seen that that like content creator who's been I forget who it is, but they're like posting Nick Bosa and like a bear or whatever like every day until
Yeah.
he gets
I mean,
signed.
A bear.
There-
Oh,
there's
gotcha.
there's
Are we
Yeah, it's a
drawing
Caddington
Jimmy G
Bay.
too?
You remember that? Yeah. That,
there could
oh,
be
Probably
a
same
million
person.
Tom
reasons.
Werner.
No, I don't think it is the
Speaking
same
of
person.
which, Nick Bosa is trending on Twitter right now.
Well, not
I mean,
surprised, but
yeah.
maybe they have already somewhat agreed, but
I
trying to
think they did.
figure out how to make the money work because of
Mhm.
where we're at in the cap. Maybe that's why it's taking so long.
Yeah. Oh, did you
And
have,
it's not like Bosa needs to come to training camp. It's not like
Nope.
Bosa really needs a lot of extra practice.
Yeah.
He can show up in the game and kick ass. So
Yeah.
I can understand if like that's part of the part of it too, but who knows what they're doing and why it's taking so long.
Right.
Also, sometimes the Niners, for some reason, they are like, oh, we want to have it happen on some like special day where they announce the guy's getting signed to some. I mean, I feel like a lot of times they do it near the end of the week, so maybe that's just something. And obviously, John Lynch is not going to tell us. So hopefully, maybe that's just what's happening.
Didn't people say Kyle was getting annoyed and thought that people are stupid for even asking about Well,
got
Did you
traded.
see his presser today?
no, I don't.
He was all.
You guys know I don't watch that stuff half the time.
They were like, "Is a trade
Here.
possible or whatever?" And he's like,
Here,
"Nope."
I'm gonna play.
Same thing
I'm
with
gonna
John
play-
Lynch. They asked John Lynch, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Nope."
But dude,
I'm a-
Brandon knows, dude. During the off season when
Yeah.
football's not going on, I care way less.
Here, I'm gonna play a little snippet. I'm gonna play a little snippet, okay?
Ándale pues, snip it, tip it.
Okay, there we go.
I mean, the era of changing is, when we got here, we waited 10 weeks and made a trade for a quarterback, played 5 games, and then we made him
This was directed to the comment that Jimmy made on the podcast that he was on the other day.
Who?
the highest paid quarterback of all time at the time. Then he played 2 of the next 5 years and did really good in those 2 years. His injuries for 3 of those 5 years were legit. It was rough on him, rough on us. And then we made a move to go to a younger quarterback, and that's what we did. We thought he'd be ready in 2 years, and he wasn't. And now we have a different younger quarterback. So that's the situation. I mean,
Well,
Tell
So
him, Kyle.
you can see that he's just. I think he's just fucking over it.
I'm telling
Yeah.
he likes this shit, bro. He likes this.
He does.
He
likes
feeds
to
off
do
of it.
this
He's like a little
he likes
kid.
he likes to do this, so it
Stir
pushes the
things up.
narrative, so people go with it and run with it, and then they push their own narrative.
Yep.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yep.
It's like, I'm gonna turn the little match, and let's see how big this fire gets by the end of the week.
Mhm.
And
So
he gets a kick out of it.
So then we go on to John Lynch into the press conference, and somebody asked him, "Is there a chance the Niners would trade Nick Bosa?" And he goes, "No." And I don't know. Ever since this Reddit freaking shit,
You don't trade a player like that, Brandon.
No.
You're just
Even if they
too
think of trading him, they're
superstitious.
not gonna
And
make.
No,
other
I
teams
know,
to believe
but
they want to trade him.
the reason why it got asked was because that person, whoever it was,
The
What's up,
red,
yeah.
Terror
Reddit.
Dome? What's up, David
put it
Villa?
out there, and now everybody was started to freak out and stuff, and we're like, "Don't believe that bullshit."
Oh, hi, Pterodome.
What's going on, Terror Dome?
yeah, it's
pterodome.
Yeah, I'm here. Steve's on the popular kid in school tonight.
Yep.
No,
I
I'm
think
not
we're gonna
playing
bring
this
you back.
season.
I'm sure it'll all freaking
It'll all work out.
work out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
for
I
sure.
agree.
Nick could be doing it on purpose so he doesn't have to go to training camp.
I
Well, he
would
doesn't want to deal with this bullshit.
no.
You know what I mean?
See,
Like
maybe the
all this
Niners
back
are
and
like,
forth,
well,
he's
we
just like,
want
nope, I'm
him.
staying
Don't
away.
Plus,
You know what I
he
mean?
wants the whole Trey Lance to die and move on, so that it can be about him when he signs his contract. You don't
Yeah.
want to you don't want to come in
He
when they're
doesn't
dealing
care
with the
about
whole trade.
anything being about him though. He's not that kind of guy.
Right.
He's fucking Swatowski from fucking The Longest Yard. Will you
He
teach
cares
me to
about the
football?
money.
Will you teach me to football? That's Nick Bosa. Seriously.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw someone post a clip of like what Nick Bosa was like, and then what John Lynch would be like during negotiation.
Is it Steph?
Oh, did they?
It might have been.
Because Steph does some good Nick Bosa impressions.
Yeah, Steph. She's really good.
Yeah.
She looks like him too.
Apparently, like I heard though, like John Lynch actually saw the like video or whatever during the combine.
Yeah.
But the
So-
thing is, it's like, does it surprise anybody that this is going on? It's always some either off-season bullshit or some first week, second week bullshit. And then we have to wait 8 long weeks or 7 long weeks or whatever the case may be until we finally get what I like to call a cigarette break, being the bye week. And it's always some shit. We can never catch a
Drama.
break.
Mm-hmm.
Either in the off season, during the regular season, preseason, it does not matter.
Yeah.
Yep,
Week 1, Trey
injuries.
Lance caught hollow tip bullets because he got sacked 4 times. It's preseason. Nothing matters in preseason, right? Did he not
Yep.
just come off an injury? Did he not just go through all this bullshit and now he's a never mind.
I agree.
At the end of the
I
day, it's
agree
like,
because people are trying to
fuck.
say how good Darnold is or isn't during preseason, and I'm like, well, that doesn't tell us shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
know.
He's playing
And
with
how many years has he been in the league, right?
I mean,
Mhm.
but like he finished the season good last year with Carolina. You know,
Right.
and then everybody's
They
he's
did.
not playing the best in preseason. Well, fucking nobody's gonna play good with second string and third string guys. Like, you play with the actual team that the team puts together to win, or you don't. You know, it doesn't
His whole
matter.
job here, Christian, you know this, bro. It's not to play the whole season. It's to come in here and there if he has to for Brock. But Brock is our guy. Brock is the guy we're either going to make it to the dance or not. People are like, well, Chris, Sam Donald this, Sam Donald. I'm like, he's a backup. Why are we talking about? I've never heard a team ever, and I understand the whole trade because he was drafted third overall in the first round. But man, this whole offseason, we were talking about backups.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm only saying it, just talking about you. I was using it as an example for the
I hear you.
preseason, but I have been saying, like, who gives a shit about the backup?
Yep.
Like, people were fucking arguing with Trey about Trey Lance and about the backup. Like,
Yeah.
I was in an argument thinking we were talking about who should be the starting quarterback, and then they
Yeah.
try to one up me saying that we're talking about the backup. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about who the backup is.
Sam Donald
Well, I
beat
think
him
people
up.
are saying that because of obviously the injuries we always have, but I
Right.
don't even want to get it.
Well, I'm not
Like,
gonna go into the season thinking there's gonna be an
Yeah.
injury. That's just stupid.
And just
I'm
because we
thinking-
had a lot of injuries last year, come on, guys, it's football. Shit happens, but it doesn't mean
it's every year.
Brock Purdy can go the whole year without getting hurt. So it doesn't mean just because it happened last year, it's going to happen every year.
It's
And
a
just
freak
because Sam
accident.
Donald didn't play good with sorry ass coaches and sorry ass team doesn't mean he can be decent. I'm not saying good, but decent
Right.
under Kyle with these tools around
I mean,
him.
he has crazy, this just as good crazy arm strength as fucking Trey Lance. The same arm talent is in Darnold that was in Lance. Literally the same.
Yep.
Like,
Go
that's
ahead.
one thing people don't realize. They have the same style of arm, same type of arm talent. Darnold can
But-
make every single throw.
Darnold was brought in as a free agent. Trey, we gave up 3 number ones in a third, and people are stuck with it. But that happened. That we already passed it.
I know, and
We're
I'm
still
so tired.
contending.
Right, it's
Have
dead.
we? Didn't we contend last year?
Yeah.
And the year before?
Exactly, and that's why I'm tired of the stigma of the draft. Like, I don't know who created it, and fans make it worse because the draft is not the. Yeah, we have the draft so we can get players on the team, but obviously the draft and where you're drafted doesn't matter. Kittle is like gonna probably end up being a Hall of Fame tight end, and he was drafted in the freaking 5th round.
He sure was.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like, Tyler
Hufanga that
I
we
know.
talked
I
about
know.
earlier, he got drafted in the
feel
5th
you.
round.
I'm here. I'm
Hufanga's
here with you on
all
that.
pro in his Hufanga's an all pro in his second year, 5th round draft pick.
See, I had my hand up like I was in
You know what I
school.
mean?
Go ahead, Red.
But
Go ahead.
I
but
was wondering
Go
why
ahead.
you
I
called me
gotta
that.
speak on.
Go
I
ahead.
gotta speak on this, y'all. I
Go
gotta
ahead.
speak on this because I agree. I agree with you. I feel like it's always a narrative. Like, we're always bitching about who's this and who they're gonna be, and then it turns into this unnecessary ass narrative. It turns into some shit that we can't talk about. This is our team. This is what the fuck it is. I don't know why people don't get that. Bashar and I have talked about this past the headache, and he's in the chat, so he knows what I'm talking about. And I agree with you. Like, every time something goes wrong, we get pissy about it, and then it
Yeah.
turns into this pissing match. Like, like in the spaces on Twitter, which I do not miss, and Bashar will. I will say it on a stack of Bibles. Fuck Twitter. I said what I said. Why? Why? Because you can't have a conversation, right? We can't be like-minded fans. We can't have disagreement and just keep it pushing. That's all it is. We're just fans. We're not media. We're not Stephen A. Smith. This ain't First Take. Okay, it's not even NFL Network. Like, calm down. It's that deep. You know what I mean? And I say all that to say that at the end of the day, a lot of things that happened, I don't agree that they happened, but this is my team. I got to rock with it. I just told Beto. I told him before the show went on, like, we had a real nice conversation about it. And,
Yep.
and at the end of the day, this is my team. I love my team. I hate the stupid ass decisions that they make, but I can't control it. I have no control over anything. No, I don't, Terradome. I cannot stand Twitter. Said what I said.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, go ahead. I'm
Twitter's
sorry. I'll
terrible.
shut up.
What's Twitter, guys? What the
It's
hell?
X.
I know racist Twitter. But if you're not the popular kid in school,
Mhm.
you're banished from the kingdom.
Oh,
right?
talking about
You're
the popular
buried from the
kid.
kingdom. You don't matter.
There's a popular kid right there on
He-
Twitter.
Oh
Shit.
shit, he's in here.
Yeah.
Shit.
Christian's favorite
So,
guy.
Don't even.
Don't even.
So, just real quick before we move on to our next question and everything like that. For those of you who are watching on Twitter, we cannot see your comments, so go ahead and go over to youtube.com/Favorite Podcast 49 or Night Sickness Podcast or The Shaw Show, and we'll see your comments on there. But make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and get all your 49er contact from us. Moving on, though. Christian, I wanted to ask you this since we did get your answer on this. But so it came out today that they're going to limit Brock Purdy's throwing and everything like that in practice. Why do you think that is? You see,
he could either be on a time. It could be he's just continuing the plan regardless of his progression.
Mm-hmm.
It could be that he's not ready to play a full game. And
I thought he was
Darnold might. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Darnold started the season. Like people think, I know I do believe Purdy's the guy, but also, is his arm healed enough to where it can there won't be fatigue from the injury and him throwing the ball 40, 50 times in a full game. Like, is it going to wear down and start to be painful and hurt? Is he going to start to feel it in his elbow the more he uses it? So I'm sure that's part of it. I mean, they got to see, is a full game going to absolutely kill his. You guys have known. If any of you have like any elbow problems, dude, my elbow sucks. Every time I go bowling, every time I play darts or swing a racket, my elbow hurts. Every time. I just ignore it because I want to still play, but it hurts. And the more I do it, the more it hurts. So, I'm sure they're trying to be extra.
They're just being cautious, bro.
Cautious, yeah.
Yeah, because you have to keep in mind, like, week 1 is gonna be it's not gonna be a cakewalk. It's not. Pittsburgh is a tough team, period.
As long as Bosa's there, I'm not worried about him.
I look at it like all teams are a threat. I don't care who it is. You know what I mean? And you have this.
Steelers are a good team. I think a lot of people are overlooking the Steelers, but they're a good team.
Don't sleep on the Steelers.
But Purdy did play in the preseason fine, but he played one or two drives. We're talking a whole game of constantly throwing the ball. Can his arm handle that?
I hope so.
Is his arm healed enough? Has it had enough time to be fully recovered?
If he doesn't heal fast enough, can we get a return on Trey?
Wait, but hold on real quick. Because
we got that one.
I could have sworn they said that Brock was 100%.
He is 100%.
But Brandon, you can be 100%, and the arm can be healed, but it doesn't mean that it can't get inflamed or irritated when you use it.
That don't mean that he's 100%.
Bro, that's not how the body works. It could be fully healed and everything can work normal, and there's no tear. The tear's gone. Right. It can't be re-injured, but it doesn't mean it can't be inflamed.
Here's what I'm saying, Christian, is this is why I didn't want him to get rushed back, because of that could happen.
Well, they're obviously not rushing him back. That's why he's on a pitch count or whatever you want to call it.
He's still freaking playing week 1, though.
We don't know that for sure.
I think we do.
Ted, I don't want to hear anything you have to say about Purdy.
Kind of do know now because based on what the trades they did. So
Ted, if Ted wants to chime in on Purdy, no, it's not going to happen because he's going to just be negative.
Hi, Ted.
Hi,
Barry and Native.
He's a Trey Lance. He's a Trey Lance fan, not a 49ers fan.
What's up, Ted Lance?
Yeah, Ted Lance.
Ted Lance.
I speak for Ted when I say Ted is a good dude. He's
solid. He's cool, dude.
He's real cool. It was always a pleasure to talk to him. He was one of the bright spots, other than
he can be annoying, but he's
some
cool.
other people on Twitter. Well, Ted is petty, and there's a reason for it. There's a method to his madness. Bay Area people we're notorious for being, what's up, Ted? What's good with you, Ted?
Oh, Teddy's
Our
getting
people,
some
I
love.
know, right? I love Ted, but on some serious, like there was a method for his madness, and that's why love him, hate him, people respect him. I'm one of those people, so I stand in solidarity. Um, right? He is whole. That he's not Teddy. He's petty. Okay, get to know him. He's petty,
Pendergrass. Oh,
but
I'm
I
gonna play
but I
some
but I love
oldies.
it. Yeah, yeah, and I love it. I'm like, I'm here for his smoke. I've seen his podcast. I love that he's just blowing up, and he was writing articles and everything. And miss you on, miss you on Twitter, my guy. But you know I ain't coming back. IG, find me, get at me. Still here, still love you, baby. But at the end of the day, um, I was here for his smoke because I mean he would just cook people. It's just like love it or hate it. He is the Stephen A. Smith of Twitter. I said what I said.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far, but okay.
He is. He is.
So here's I also found the clip from when Matt Miyoko asked Kyle the question about Jimmy saying how it's weird and stuff with the whole quarterback situation, and I kind of just want to bring it up real quick and show you how Kyle responded and reacted to the question. Give me a sec. And get your take on it afterwards.
Yeah, it kind of has been a weird situation here last few years.
Yeah, I think anytime you trade up into the third pick in the draft and it doesn't work out, that's a weird situation. But that is the situation. So that's what happened. I don't think it's that weird. It's unusual that doesn't work out. But I wouldn't think that's weird. I think it's unusual. What do you think?
The fact that he said goodbye, the day after that one season's over, and he's, all the things that happen with him physically, he comes back, he's, on the side field and ends up re-signing and starting, and it just seems like, it's been a unique.
And do you remember why that happened?
I remember why everything happened, but I'm just saying it's been a unique situation.
I agree it's been unique.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, guys.
Dude, I love Kyle. I
Dude,
love
for
Kyle.
some reason, whenever Kyle jokes around, it actually, like, for some reason,
He was joking.
annoys
That was
me.
Matt Miyoko asking, right?
That was Matt
Yeah,
Miyoko.
but
Yeah.
Kyle,
it like actually,
Kyle's a
for some reason, it
dry sense of
annoys me when he tries to.
Well,
like,
he was
joke
annoyed by
around.
Matt Miyoko's question, and that was his way of trying to get around it.
Do you think
Matt
it's weird?
Miyoko's been hanging out with Grant Cohn.
Bro, I will respect Grant Cohen though.
Same.
Despite whatever he says on Twitter, it's like he asks the questions that I feel like none of the other reporters ever ask.
He'll stick it to you, and you're not gonna like it. Grant Cohn is one of those. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. But he's going to get that. He's going to get to you, and I feel like good. Good. Ask those questions. Get at them. Ask. Get at them. Make them uncomfortable so they have no choice but to answer the question. Because we need accountability. Something Dion says: accountability, responsibility. Shar and Dion are top tier when it comes to them wanting people to take that accountability. We don't have that. So on that sense, on that aspect, yes, I totally agree with that. 100%.
Now, there's one player that doesn't care what Grant Cohn says. He will not answer him. He'll just say next. Can we guess who that player is?
Kinlaw.
Nope.
Oh.
I was gonna say Kinlaw, but then when you said next, I was like,
Come on, guys. Every time he asks a question, he don't
Fred
ask
Warner?
any question.
Debo?
No, Eric Armstead.
Oh, that's right.
Eric Armstead would just say next. Don't even think twice about his questions, no matter what they are. Next. So he don't ask Eric Armstead anything anymore.
That's funny.
Coyote.
Coyote,
That's
I like
crazy.
that.
I do too.
But did he say Mike Wallace 60-minute?
Super genius.
Kyle's funny though. You got to admit though, that guy. You're like, do you?
He's got a very dry sense of humor.
Yeah, he does. He can come. People
Very,
can misinterpret it.
Yeah, I
the
know.
wrong
I have
way.
I have the same sense of humor. Like, people think I'm being serious a lot, and like I'm being an asshole, and I'm just being sarcastic. It's the
But that's
same
what dry humor
same
is
thing.
it comes
Yeah.
off as
Right, that's
someone
what dry
being an
humor
asshole.
is. Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Because he doesn't smile. He has a straight face. Normally, when you joke, you have a smile with, you're smiling with an individual or at him,
Mhm.
laughing at him. But
Right.
yeah,
Right.
Kyle. But I love Kyle's takes, man. He's too much, and he's probably shocked. Matt Miyoko's not normally asked these type of questions. Good for him though. Good for Matt Miyoko, man. He must have got laid the other night because he was asking some hard questions.
He got balls.
Honestly,
He got balls. Yeah.
I'm just ready for some football. I'm tired of all this other bullshit.
Same.
Law and nonsense.
Same.
I
Let's just
agree.
play some fucking
Same.
football.
I
Let's just
Same.
play
agree
football.
for sure.
Because it's all narrative, it's all opinion, it's all what is, it's all
Exactly.
I hate
could,
all of
would,
it.
should, and should have
Yeah,
done
none
this
of
and should
it's
have
like
this, that, and none of it's
actual
reality
news until
Well,
it's actually
until it
honestly,
happens.
the
Exactly.
NFL's
And even
literally-
then, it's a narrative.
the
Right
NFL's
off, you're either with one narrative or you're with the other.
Yep.
the
Make it make
NFL's
sense.
it's like a reality TV show. It really is.
Facts.
It's
Facts.
annoying.
I agree.
That's why, and it's annoying. Like the other sports don't have it. Like the NBA is kind of a reality TV show, but the NFL is far and above the sports reality TV show, and it gets really annoying most of the time. Like the off season is terrible.
Yeah, it really is.
People are annoying. It's just made up stories. It's just, it's frustrating.
Well, let me ask you guys this. So we're going to be ending pretty soon here too, because not much else to talk about until the season actually starts. But I'm going to go ahead and bring it up anyways, because I heard it on 957 the game this morning. But do you guys have the Niners winning the division this year?
I had them going 6-0 in the division.
I have us winning the freaking
Same.
Super Bowl. Okay, it's that.
Right.
This-
The
Crazy
Cardinals,
stuff.
Cardinals are a joke. I know
Super
that we
Bowl or
struggle
bust
with.
for me.
Yeah, I know we struggled with the Cardinals in the past year. But the Cardinals are a mess, man. They let go
They
of
have
their
no
backup quarterback, their players.
They have no
They
quarterback.
traded Sims, whatever his name is.
Isaiah
only one-
Simmons.
The only one
away.
we're worried about is the Seahawks. That's
I'm
it.
not worried about.
I'm not
Seahawks.
even
We're
worried.
gonna
Dude, they're
sack the
27 and
shit.
stopping the run.
We're gonna
Yeah.
sack the shit out of freaking.
They can't stop the run.
Geno Smith. Oh, we're gonna.
Bro, Geno
Yes.
Smith, what makes
Yes.
people think Geno Smith's gonna do well again?
No,
Like
he's
his
not.
career's
Right.
already
He's not.
been up and down.
So I'm not worried
anyways,
about
like,
that. Plus, as soon as Purdy actually comes and starts playing well, the run game's only going to get better because people are going to actually be worried about stopping Purdy, and then the run game's only going to get better.
Make a CMC.
The Seahawks are coached well, but unless the coach goes and is trying to stop the running game,
Yeah,
it
we're
don't
going
matter
to
how
put
good coach you are, they can't stop the run.
we're going to
So-
put Pete Carroll and his bobblehead out there, and he's going to stop
Yeah.
the run.
Not
Yeah.
the bobblehead.
knock the bubble gum out of his mouth.
Oh, okay. This is one thing we didn't bring up. The kicker situation, guys.
Oh yeah.
What are we doing here?
Who
Is
cares?
Moody,
They'll
Moody
fit-
going to be
honestly,
ready to
Frank-
go?
They'll,
Praying
they'll
about it?
figure it out. Moody will probably be fine when the season
Yeah,
starts.
I'm not worried. I think
Well,
Moody's
Moody
gonna be
definitely
fine.
gets us in the mood of hoping he gets healed because I don't know, man. And for those that are
So-
calling,
All I
Ricky,
Honestly,
care
guys-
about at this point is hopefully he can just kick and not have like the nerves that
So
I just want him to be healthy. Forget about the nerves.
So
I care about the nerves too, though, because then he's gonna start missing
I don't know,
kicks, and
whose
that
show
could
was that
cost us
on?
games.
We'll figure it out. It is what it is.
I was on some. Oh, it was my own show. Duh. I just didn't. I wasn't on it. Sure. All right. So remember how I said that Robbie Gold could be a possibility? Kyle did say that he's not out of the question.
Who?
Robbie Gold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
he's not-
figure it out.
He's
We'll
not
figure it
coming,
out.
bro.
We'll figure out.
Yeah, Kyle
Oh.
Shanahan said we're probably gonna assign someone to the practice, and Robbie Gold to the practice squad. So
Well,
All right.
if Moody is not ready, dude, they're gonna have to find something.
that's why they're gonna assign someone on the practice squad.
So,
too, I
and
think.
then another thing too is, they're supposed to be sellers for a kicker, which was going to be Zane Gonzalez, and then he got hurt, and now they're looking for
Yep.
one.
So I
So
mean, it happens. We'll figure it out.
You have two, you have none.
Maybe if Zane Gonzalez stretched more, that wouldn't have happened.
Who believes in stretchy?
I
Yeah.
do.
Of course. I'm being
Pterodome says
sarcastic.
winning is the best deodorant. Winning the Super Bowl is 375 Creed. We talk about like Assassin's Creed or what?
No, he's talking about
Adventurous.
expensive deodorant.
No, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see.
See, it's funny. It's funny how Bashar says that because obviously
Even gonorrhea.
obviously it doesn't because we've been to 3 NFC championships in the last 4 years and all our fans do is fucking whine and cry like little bitches all the time. So I don't think it does
Tell us how you really
because we win a lot. We've won, dude. Okay, and take it from somebody who's grew up watching the Niners lose and lose and lose. We're actually winning and people are still bitching.
Bro, nobody cries more as those
Because
that lost
nobody's ever
Trey.
happy. Welcome to our fan base.
Yeah,
Welcome
it's
to our
fucking
fan base.
annoying. I agree
right?
with what Bashar is saying. Winning should cure all, but I mean, apparently not if you're a Niners fan because we've got to find something to cry about.
Well, okay. Well, check this out. Winning cures when we get a Super Bowl. Winning cures because getting there is never enough. It'll never be enough. And even if I'm just gonna say it. Even if we get there and win it, and we go to this parade in 2024, I'm really wanting to because I got this nice camera. All I want to do is take photos of all this ticker tape and just shit and all this red and gold in San Francisco because my city is fucking trash and I fucking hate it. I said what I said. San Francisco, do better. Niners, do better. You are a 5-time franchise. There's no excuse that we've been sitting here for the last 10 years. We've gone, 3 times and nothing? That's how we feeling? Really?
I want to
Okay.
win a Super Bowl.
All right.
I want to win a
Whatever.
Super Bowl, and if we win one, I'm good for the next. Honestly, I'm good for a long time. Like I'm straight good. Like I don't care if we win another Super Bowl for a long time. I'm just gonna ride that one for. But at the same time, like we are winning. Like to not have to be like, oh, we suck again, and not even have
I
any
just don't want to be the
excitement.
Rams when you win one and then you
That's
suck
the
for
part
the next
that
few
hurts
years.
me.
Well, I mean, that's true, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I just want to win one. But at the same time, I also want to be able to have the excitement of having the opportunity to win because as long as you get in the dance, you can win. You win my dance. I mean, get in the damn playoffs.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
It's
we know what you
anybody's.
mean.
It's anybody's freaking chance when you get in the playoffs. How many times have we not even had a chance? Like we've been terrible. We've been bad over the last 30 years since the last time we won a Super Bowl. We've been bad way more than we've been good. So let's enjoy the good while it lasts.
What were the Cleveland
hope we
Browns
get a Super
chances
Bowl
last
out
year
of
to
it.
make the Super Bowl?
What?
By the end of the season, what were the Cleveland Browns or the Bears chances to make the Super Bowl?
I'm not sure.
0. You know why? Because they didn't make the playoffs.
Oh,
You
that's true.
have to be competitive enough. You got to win games to make the playoffs. And that's what Kyle has. That's what when I hear the whole fire Kyle,
Yeah,
fire,
that's just
you know, don't
moronic.
hold them accountable to
Moronic.
what? Winning games? Yeah, I understand they haven't won the Super Bowl. And I know everybody wants a Super Bowl. We all want it. But you can't undermine getting to 3 freaking NFC championships and 1 Super Bowl appearance in 4 years. I say 4 because the first 2 years to me don't count. They had to reestablish and build that whole team from the floor up. So in 4 years, they've been to 3 NFC championships and 1 Super Bowl. When was the last time the Cowboys even sniffed a championship game?
Exactly. And
it's not easy.
All right.
It's just how far I was going to say
You know how many
If
coaches
they
have
don't want
coached?
it, go ahead.
I was saying, you know how many coaches have coached in the NFL since the NFL started? And I think, I don't know, over 500 coaches. You know how many made it to a Super Bowl? 35.
Yeah, it's like
you know how hard it is to make it to a Super Bowl? But just because you don't make it doesn't mean you're not a good coach.
How many great coaches, great Hall of Fame coaches, it took them a long time to win a Super Bowl. Like Andy Reid's going to go down as one of the greatest offensive mind, greatest coaches, greatest minds of all time. And it took him years and years and years and years
It took him
to
till
win
he
a
got
Super
Patrick
Bowl.
Mahomes.
Without
Patrick Mahomes, he wouldn't have won.
It took him a super long time. I mean, it's not just Patrick Mahomes. Andy had every part of that behind that. because Patrick Mahomes came into a team that was already freaking a playoff team. Let's be honest.
but he was definitely the
Right.
reason, though.
That-
That
Well,
guy's
he
special.
pushed him over the hump, but I mean, Andy built that Chiefs team. Andy
But look
had
at what's his name? Levy from the Bills.
4
Hall of
straight
Fame
Super
coach,
Bowls.
respected coach, great
Just
coach.
didn't win one.
Just didn't win one. Won 4 times in a row. And people laugh at it. Well, 4 times and they lost. You know how hard it is to make it 4 times in a row? I don't care how weak your division is. And he's still
Oh my God. Nobody knew Mahomes was going to do anything, Ted. Kyle didn't pass on Mahomes because Andy Reid got lucky that Mahomes became what he was. If you actually go and watch Mahomes as a prospect,
I think
he was
Kyle
not what
passed on
he's become
Mahomes just to
in the
piss
NFL.
off Ted.
I know, because
But you know what though? You know what
nobody
I'll
knew
say
what
too?
Mahomes was going to be. He was such an unfinished product coming out of college. And,
2020, I said 2020 now is,
and
we
I
know what
guarantee
he
you,
is.
Mahomes go to any other coach, and it
If
and
anybody
it
would have
goes
got drafted
differently.
that year, it should have been the kid from Clemson. I forgot his name. Watson, because he had won back-to-back championships.
Right.
He was a better prospect. Look at the Bears. The Bears moved up with us to go get whatever his name is.
Watson's a better pocket passer than Mahomes.
Yeah.
Even though Mahomes is one, Watson's still a better pocket passer than Mahomes.
Now, should the Niners have done their due diligence and scouted quarterbacks? Yes.
Yeah.
That I agree.
Dude, the hindsight 2020 bullshit is such a stupid argument.
No, I know. Just like now with the whole trade situation. Wow,
The whole
we
thing
could have
is a
drafted
stupid
Parsons,
argument, though.
or we could have
It's
drafted
fair.
Jamar.
People should be more mad we didn't
Chase.
draft
Chase.
Justin Herbert than Mahomes because we knew Justin Herbert was freaking good.
But see, the problem with what you're saying,
And a
the only
typical
pushback to that is
he was a
that
typical.
that's another pushback, and it's
Well,
another narrative. You see what I'm saying?
Herbert. Yeah, no, I'm just saying Herbert was a more like known prospect.
That's
You
fair.
said Justin
And,
Herbert.
like,
I thought you
he's
thought
typical.
Justin
He's
Smith.
Herbert,
no.
yeah.
Herbert's like a
Justin
more typical
Fields.
like quarterback that you like prototype. I would say, like coming out of college.
And he
Mahomes
wasn't
was-
a big prospect
nobody
coming out
knew-
of Oregon.
Nobody knew what Mahomes was going to be.
No.
No.
You knew
Because
exactly.
Kyle is only 4 games over 500 during his tenure. So that's why there's a lot of pushback and the fire Kyle and the get rid of Kyle and all this other bullshit. So,
No.
of course, people are never going to be. We're not satisfied with that. We never will be. Why? 49er organization is at the top tier. Who's right behind us? And fucking that team with the star. Yeah, that team. Forgot their names.
But a lot of Cowboys, a lot of Niner fans are very emotional,
Ted's
team.
and they're in their feelings. Like Ted saying, what's the name?
Credit over Ted, man.
Penei Sewell. He's a great lineman, but you don't move from 12 to 3 to get a lineman. You get a quarterback, and he would not made it to the 12.
Yeah, who cares about players we didn't draft? I could care less.
But
Right,
they would have made it to 12, bro. And we're not taking him at 3.
Yeah.
So
We wouldn't have
what's the
traded up all
point?
way.
Right.
Also,
and Patrick Surtain's a good one,
another
but
narrative, you know.
yeah,
Or
it's
another
just,
narrative that
Yeah,
would
or
probably
like
exist,
the Rashawn Slater, like it's like okay.
all for
and
naught,
by the way,
right.
Trey Lance looks way better in blue than he ever did in red. So
and honestly, I don't
No.
care. I don't care
No.
what picks we didn't make or what picks we passed on.
Blue
Because
looks
guess what?
awful.
Who cares we didn't make those picks? Because guess what we're still doing? Winning. Guess who thinks we're going to be one of the best teams in the league this year?
the Niners.
Who cares that we didn't pick this player? We didn't pick this player.
It's not like
We're
we're not making the
winning.
playoffs.
I know. It's like you would think that we're
It's
freaking
over.
losing
Yeah, it's
every
dead.
game. We're losing every game. So we're like, oh, well, we didn't make this pick. We didn't make
And
this
because
pick.
of this, we're
Who
missing the
cares?
playoffs. We're not making it.
Okay.
We're not making
But
it. We're
see, the
making
thing
it.
is,
Right.
the thing is, these are picks. Just because they're
What's up, Smitty?
perspective doesn't mean they're going to work for us. They're going to
Exactly.
work for the team. They're
It's
not
like
going
it's
to
like
work.
it's
for
like
this
we
team.
haven't been a fan
Shoulda,
of
woulda,
it.
coulda doesn't mean anything until they produce on that field. If
It's
they
like-
don't
it's
produce
like-
on that field, then you bitch because we should. Now the narrative
Exactly.
is we shouldn't have picked him.
Yeah, it's like we
It
haven't
makes sense.
watched this sport our whole life and know that there's more than just you make a pick and that
Oh my gosh, that number 15
Like,
looks so
and there's-
awful.
a player's good here, but that automatically means that he'll be good for us. That's not how it works.
And this is how bad the Niner fans are right now. Smitty, it makes a great point. He says, Are you still crying about picks?
Yeah, because I don't give two craps about the picks.
It's in the past.
Facts.
We've been relevant
It's the past.
since those picks were given
Exactly.
away. We've been to the NFC Championship twice Yeah, we had to make the Super Bowl, but it's not like we gave up those picks. We lost on Trey, and now we're not even sniffing the playoffs. And we're
Exactly.
always losing.
All
We're
that
not.
matters is in this league and in sports in general is winning. And if we're winning, who cares?
Yep.
Right?
You don't always you can be winning and you don't win the actual championship.
Yeah,
because
like
guess
the
what?
Rams said, F
in
them
order
picks.
in order to win a championship, you need luck on top of it. But if you're winning, you have to hope that luck comes to you. It hasn't come to us in 30 years. That's how it goes.
People that think
Because
that luck
that's how
doesn't take a
sports work.
factor in winning a Super
Luck,
Bowl, you're tripping.
winning a Super Bowl is 50% skill, 50% luck.
Yep.
So
Because I don't care what anybody says, Purdy doesn't tear that elbow and then we win the Super Bowl. But guess what? That's luck because he got injured and we got unlucky.
Yep. The
Right.
Eagles got lucky and
No
we got
team has
unlucky.
ever
Check
lost
this
that
out.
many. Well, nobody's ever lost that many quarterbacks in a season ever. We are
Exactly.
the only team right now on record that had that
Facts,
happen to
Ted.
us,
Yep.
and at the most wrong, inopportune fucking time.
I just want
Period.
to answer this question to Ted. He says people that want number 6 care, but are we going to the playoffs? Are we winning games? So that's
Yeah.
a reality that we can get number 6.
yes,
All that we're saying is we don't care about the picks anymore because we're winning.
We could be
Now, if
going
we
to
were
our
not winning and we were not going to the playoffs, then those picks will be something different.
dude, the
But we're
NFC.
winning.
We could be going to our fourth NFC championship game.
Sorry,
tomorrow,
Shaw, I didn't mean to
and-
interrupt
and,
you.
And Ted would still be talking about the picks we didn't make. So it doesn't matter. He'd
Yep.
still be talking about the picks we didn't make 4 years ago when we're about to go play for another NFC championship.
After we
game.
win the Super Bowl. But we got a number 6, but we
all
didn't
right.
make this pick.
Yeah, we
So-
didn't make this pick.
Enough about these damn picks. We're talking about this year now. Okay,
I'm telling you, we're
So-
moving forward, not backwards.
let's move forward
Right
now.
forward.
So my next question for you guys, I'm gonna start off with Red Jet and then go from there. Who do you guys think is the best team in the NFC right now?
Niners.
The 49ers.
Niners.
Sorry, Jet.
Duh. No, you're good.
We all can agree.
The
What
best
do you think
team
we're
in the
going to say?
NFC.
The
The
Cowboys?
No.
Eagles.
Ted's team?
No, come on now. The best team in the NFC is the Minnesota Vikings.
Come on, Brandon.
Duh.
You set yourself up. for
No,
that.
you're all wrong. Obviously, it's the Dallas Cowboys because they just got
Thank
Trey
you.
Lance.
Shut up, Ted Jr.
Exactly.
This is the Arizona
Damn
Cardinals.
it.
You've been hanging out with Ted
Tampa Bay
on
So the reason why
the
reason why I asked-
rooting for the Cowboys.
the reason why I asked this is because listening to the radio today, it's sports talking, how everybody talks and everything. They're trying to say that the Eagles are the better team than the Niners.
So what? Well,
Who
fucking-
cares
who
what they
cares?
say, bro?
No,
Let
I'm
them
just
sleep
saying,
on us,
they're
bro. They
saying-
always
It's
sleep
a
on
They're
us,
saying
bro.
that the
Right.
Eagles.
Some people that love me say I'm skinny, but it doesn't mean
So I
shit.
wanted to
It's not
get
true.
your guys'
Not sexy.
opinion on this.
We
Not
would have
just
kicked the
by
Eagles'
saying
ass if
Niners
Purdy didn't get hurt.
because you guys are Niner fans. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Yeah.
it's not me being biased.
go
I'm a
watch-
Niner fan. I'm looking at the roster. They lost 2 coordinators. They lost a lot of
Yeah.
defensive players on their
Mhm.
side of the
They lost
on
Mark.
on
Yeah,
that
that's
ball.
what I'm saying. I feel
Exactly.
like we got better.
So it's not about just being a Niner fan and my Niners no matter what. That's Cardinal fans. They can say all they want. They're going to win the division, but it doesn't mean it's going to
Dude.
happen.
The Niners brought back most of this team
Yeah,
compared to the Eagles, who
And they got
lost
better
a
in the
lot
front.
of players.
they replaced
And We
Dum Dum with
if you-
Hargrave.
go back and watch the beginning of the game before Purdy gets hurt. We would have probably won that game and by a
Yep.
lot. Our defense. The only reason they got a touchdown was off of what should have not been called a catch, and we were getting pressure on Hurts and our DBs were shutting down their receivers. We're the best team in the NFC. Unless
Did he say?
injuries happen, then I'll be worried. But as long as we're healthy, we're the best team in the NFC, hands down.
Agree.
This team is stacked. Like this team should win a Super Bowl if it stays healthy. It is absolutely stacked.
The only team that can beat the Niners are the Niners themselves.
The Niners.
Like
Mhm.
exactly. Like yeah, we don't have the star quarterback, but not every single Super Bowl team's won because they
That's
had a
just it.
star
We
quarterback.
don't need the star. We need them healthy. We need them upright. We need them doing what they do best, which is go
He
out
just needs to
play
manage the
and
game
give us
exactly.
and give the not only give our fan base, but give everybody that goes to Levi's, spends thousands upon thousands of dollars. Give them what they pay for. A win, a game, accountability. If we fuck up, we fuck up. If we win it, we win it. But we have to stay healthy. Our offensive line has got to protect the shit out of Purdy, or we're not going nowhere. I said what I said. Vegas is in February. Are we gonna be there, or are we gonna be watching from the couch again?
As long
And
as I'm sitting next to a Cowboy fan, I'm okay.
stop.
'Cause they better not be there.
Night. Good night.
Damn Cowboys.
Trying
They
to
suck.
find.
And that's why I say Trey sucks now because he's in the Cowboys.
He'll never play. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know. He
He's
might
just
play
a
with
bu-
himself, but he's not going to
He's
play in
just
the
a
field.
bust. He's just a bust. It is what it is.
Oh, I don't know about going that far, but I don't know if he's a bust. He hasn't played enough. Is he leaning more
I
I
towards
mean, he
a
hasn't
bust?
played enough. He hasn't played enough, but
Maybe.
the problem is he never should have left college when he did because he doesn't have enough playing time. And the reason he's like,
He never played. He didn't play like in a year. And
I know
you know,
he screwed himself. We can say blame Kyle, but I mean he made the decision to come out or when he should have stayed another year in college.
You know what I don't get, guys, and I'm going to make this fast, is that, okay, I understand a lot of people don't like Brock for whatever reason, and a lot of people love Trey. That's fine. I respect your guys' thoughts, but I've heard, not everyone, but I heard quite a bit of Niner fans wishing ill injury, wishing that Brock Purdy doesn't play well, that he will suck. Why? Because they want to push the narrative. See, they should have never traded Trey. If you're a true Niner fan, why in the world would you want Brock Purdy to not succeed?
Why would you want any player to get hurt?
Exactly.
And not succeed?
Period.
Just so you can put out your
Period.
point about
Thank you.
Trey? Come on.
The problem is
Like, even though I'm a Trey Lance fan, I ain't ever wish any injury.
the reason
on Brock
people do
Purdy.
that is because they like attach themselves to Trey, and then they have such a big ego,
And that's fine, but
so much pride that they're unwilling to swallow it because it's a negative personality.
And
trait.
if Brock gets hurt and then we miss Trey, for example, then their narrative is more important than winning a Super Bowl. Making their point is more important
because
than
their
winning a Super
ego
Bowl.
and their pride.
It's just like, hey, if Trey would have been the guy, I would support Trey. If Sam Donald would have been the guy, I would have want him to succeed because if he succeeds, we're succeeding. I'm not saying he could, but we're succeeding. I want Brock to stay healthy. I really do. I want him to win because if he wins, that means we win. Why wouldn't we want that, especially if we want number 6, right?
Well, like people don't even want to act like Brock didn't do what Brock did was magnificent this past season. Like we haven't seen enough. We don't know that much. I'm like, we know
But he
quite a
hasn't
lot.
played real defenses. Who cares?
Oh yeah. What do you mean he hasn't played real defenses? He played NFL defenses. Every defense in the NFL is a real defense. These guys are the best with what they do in the whole world.
Right.
I don't want to hear.
Yeah, tell JJ Watt that he's not a good player. He wasn't.
Right. Say it without saying it. Right. Say it with your chest.
Okay.
Yep.
He didn't play any good defenses. What did he do against the best defenses he played all season? The second best defense in the NFL. What did he do?
Who did we have here?
Hold on, let me finish talking.
Video. Sorry, Brandon.
It's okay. Go ahead.
So, what did Purdy do against the best defense, the second best defense to our defense in the playoffs? What did he do?
He won.
Yeah, and guess why we won? Who did we win because of?
Brock Purdy.
Who led a touchdown drive in late in the fourth quarter so we could take the lead?
At the end of the day, bro, it's who won the game. It's his numbers were not that great against that defense.
Did
he win?
struggled. He struggled, but guess what he did?
He still won.
He was clutch because he
Dak
drove down the
struggled
field.
and he lost.
He drove down the field and scored a touchdown late in the game, which we haven't seen by a Niners quarterback in quite some time.
Let's be honest, Christian, and everyone on the panel. The Niners defense were number 1, Cowboys are number 2. But Dak Prescott is a pro. He should have had a better chance to beat the Niners defense than Brock supposed to beat on a number 2 defense because he's a rookie. And yet he outplayed Dak Prescott in that playoff game.
Exactly.
And
he's not ready. He's not ready. He hasn't played anybody. We don't know let's be negative. And I like what Pterodome said. It is a loser mentality and it's bullshit.
Oh yeah, here we go.
It is.
And it shouldn't be that way. Listen,
Ever.
you don't have to like Brock, but if he wins games, and who says he can't be a franchise quarterback just because he's not 6'4", 230 and has a great arm. Who says he can't be a franchise quarterback?
Yeah, just because
in
he
this
doesn't have the
system?
athletic
He's-
ability.
He's
Oh,
very
who?
athletic.
He's
Because
extremely
he's-
No,
athletic.
because
I know, but
not-
I'm just
Oh,
saying.
people are
Some
saying that.
people
Got you,
say
got you, my
that.
friend,
Yeah,
got you.
people are
He's
saying-
just like he's the same size as like Drew Brees, right? He's built like it's similar to Drew Brees.
And that arm strength will come.
Okay. So just real quick, I saw in the chat somebody brought up what Hassan Reddick said.
Oh, geez, Tony. Yeah, see,
We lost. Yeah, we won because of Tony Pollard.
yeah, Tony Pollard getting injured. That's such.
But if Trey wasn't playing, if Trey was playing,
you see
we
what I
would've
mean by
we would
parody
have beat
of
Tony
himself?
Pollard if he would have stayed healthy, right?
Fucking what?
If Trey Lance would have been playing instead of Brock, we would have beat Dallas with Tony Pollard because Trey's better.
All right. So
Give me a
I'm
break.
just gonna play this real quick for you
I
guys.
thought he was a guest.
No.
I realized it was a video. I'm like, oh shit.
All right, here we go.
Man, a lot of chirping, a lot of back and forth over social media about what could have, and should have happened. So I'm looking forward to that one. No game more than that one.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, you did win that one, and part of the reason why you won it is you got home, right? I mean, you did get to the quarterback. You personally did get to the quarterback, right? So how did you take that chirping? Clearly.
Man, I never weighed in on it. For me, I watched. I've seen things that guys were saying. Debo, Samuel, Fred. A lot of these guys that came out and talked about it. And I respect them, right? I respect them for their opinion and their thought and their belief in their team. For me, man, I'm the same way. I believe in my team. I believe in my teammates, and I feel the same way. So for me, it's like, bring it on. Y'all kept on talking. Y'all talked about this all off season, through the Super Bowl, after the playoff game. So it's like, better be prepared, man, because I know I will be, and I know that I'm going to do my best.
Just
to
like
make
you
sure the
guys
team is
talked
ready
about the
too.
Super Bowl
Yeah,
loss.
that is week 13. So bring a lunch pail, is what you're saying, to that game.
Yeah, sir.
All right, Hassan Reddick.
They
I
did
will
the
look
same
forward to
thing.
that one.
They did the same thing when they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, they did
They
kind of
bitch and complain.
they did kind of
All
get
this.
fucked by the refs a little, but if you're playing Mahomes, you're going to get fucked by the refs unless Mahomes playing Brady.
Yeah,
then
we know that
Brady's-
firsthand, don't we?
Brady's going to show Mahomes who
We
gets
sure
the refs.
do.
Yeah. That's the only time Brady won because he gets the ref.
Yeah, so
That's why Mahomes lost, and Mahomes don't get the refs.
so
He might lose.
Rich asked him
I
I
like,
did
blame
not.
him.
I
who are
did not know
the
that was
who
Hassan
are the
Reddick.
teams that like who's he looking forward to playing this season? He said the Chiefs were one, and then the Niners, and then he went on to say that.
Well, he wants to play the Chiefs because he wants vengeance, and he wants to
Yeah.
play the Niners because of all that talking.
Yeah,
But
but
the
they all
Niners-
know we would have beat him if Purdy didn't get hurt.
Yeah,
Purdy
they
was
know that.
He was winding up
Oh, yeah,
to throw
for
it.
sure.
He was winding up to throw a damn touchdown pass.
Well,
on
I don't
that
know
play,
beating
so
them, but we would have
beat him.
we had a
It
better
would
chance.
have been a game.
No, we would have beat him. I think we would have beat him by by 2 touchdowns.
Mm,
Yes.
But,
By the way our
hey,
defense was
it didn't
playing,
happen,
even though they had a
It
touchdown.
didn't happen, so I'm with you. We should have,
Yes.
yeah. Because what's the point of arguing otherwise? It didn't happen, but
It didn't happen, but I just think it would have. But I mean, you freak injury, unluck, because
No,
for
no,
some
I
reason we
agree
don't
with
have any
that.
luck. Like freaking.
especially if we would have made that touchdown to Ayuk, which was setting up to be, that momentum would have been on our side.
Oh yeah, that was going to be a
Our
touchdown.
defense would have put. People don't realize how much the defense feeds off the offense
Dude,
touchdown.
that big touchdown from Purdy,
Yep.
and it would have been huge if he had not got his arm ripped in half. And we would have got that touchdown.
And just to
Would've
give Hassan Reddick credit, he
Oh,
is
he's
a beast.
He's a
He is
monster.
a monster. He did his job and he did it well.
sure
He
the
did
hell
not. He
did.
did not bite on the run. He knew it was pass, or
all.
he at least he took a chance on being a pass. And Kraft shit on himself going against, and he just went against a better athlete. And people always want to criticize Kyle for using a third string tight end in that position. You know how many times he used them in the regular season and he was successful against great personnel? 2 times he was successful. It just happened he went against Hassan Reddick. He did not buy the run, so he went full force to the quarterback, and shit happens. It was a good play by him and a bad luck to us. But it is what it is, man. All I know is Brock Purdy gives us the best chance to win as long as he stays healthy, like Shaw says. As long as the team stays healthy, they'll rally behind. Listen, Brock might not be a Pro Bowler, but Debo Samuel is. Ayuk's going to be one. Kittle is. CMC is.
CMC
All you got to
juice.
do, Juice is.
Yeah.
All you got to do is put the ball in their hands and let them do what they do best.
Let them go. Yep. Let them go. Right.
So you don't need a franchise quarterback in this offense. You just got to get a quarterback. They can get the ball out quick and get it accurately to their playmakers. And that's something that Brock Purdy can do. He can do the layup.
As long as he's protected, as long as he's upright, as he's healthy, and we do what we do best. We shouldn't have any problems. But when you have narrative and you have everything getting in the way, common sense is clouded. How else to put it? You know what I mean?
Common sense is
common sense is out the
Most
window
people don't
because
have
none
it.
of this shit is enough.
Yeah.
In my opinion, but that's just my opinion.
Common sense is a blessing, and most people don't have it.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
God, it's a
I
curse.
saw that.
It's a whole ass curse.
He
But-
has been hurt.
But they
though.
said that he should be ready by week 1.
Yeah, they're just being precaution. If week 1 is not out there, and that's when I get worried.
Yeah.
Didn't Kittle play in the preseason game?
Yeah,
No.
he did good. But people
Oh, yeah,
want
he did. Yeah, he did.
He's
people
fine.
want to take everything and run with it. They panic.
It's just
Oh my God.
It's just
No,
like
just
the normal,
enjoy the
like,
dang-
Kittle sat in the
off-season
toilet for
stuff.
2 minutes longer. What does that mean?
Right? Make it make
It's
sense.
just like giving them rest before the season starts because it's a long season. Like
That's why there's 2 weeks in between preseason and the regular season.
Yeah, and if Kittle's playing in the first game and he's looks like he's not healthy, then we'll know, and then we can worry. But why worry about something we have no control over or don't even know?
Yeah.
That's a waste of worries for me. Real quick, guys, I know you're going to call it a night, Brandon. Can we get a score prediction for week 1's game against the Steelers? We can start with our guest.
Red Jet.
Tough call. I'm gonna go 24-21 Niners.
Like it. Mr. Samsaw Redemption over there.
I don't do with score predictions.
You're going to do it now.
No, I'm
Nope,
not.
I don't either, Beto.
Oh, my God.
I used to,
Forget
but
about
I
it. Just
just,
score
superstitious.
prediction.
there's no
Who's going to win?
there's no point.
Can you say that?
49ers are going to win.
Can you say that?
You're probably gonna hate me because I'm not even gonna.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Damn.
moving to Brandon.
I don't do score predictions either.
Que la
Brandon,
We came to the common sense
Widow.
last season that we don't
I
do
started
score
that.
predictions anymore.
I started it.
Superstitious is not a real
I started
thing,
it. We
man.
don't do score predictions.
Yeah, I don't do it either.
I
but I
also
was
So
like, oh,
who
why
wears their
I
lucky hat
used
or the
to,
lucky
but I was
jersey
like,
before game day?
Huh?
Who wears their
Dude, I
lucky
try to-
jersey or
I
lucky
try to wear. If we win, I try
like
to wear
that's
that.
going to help the team win?
Yeah, I'm superstitious,
what?
bro.
Hey, dude, you just never know,
hey,
man. That shit, it like
I don't
drives me
believe in
bonkers.
superstitions, but more power to you.
It's just like with the no hitter yesterday that
'Cause you're not a
Alex
hockey fan,
Cobb
Beto.
had,
No, I'm not.
and I was like debating if I should watch it or not. And when I watched it, fucking, it was gone.
Bro, hockey
In the
fans,
eighth
hockey
inning, bro.
Hockey
Yeah.
fans, hockey
Yeah.
players are the most superstitious, like, of any sport. Like hockey players specifically.
This
Like,
hockey
dude,
sucks.
Sidney Crosby eats spaghetti before every single game. His mom and his sister
Oh, but
came.
I
His mom and his
agree.
sister came to a game and they lost, so he freaking told them they can't come anymore.
Yeah. I mean, hey, to each
Dude,
his own.
like that's what I'm saying. Like,
But I seen people tell me like I have to watch the game. I go, why? They can't win if I don't watch. I'm like, really? Really?
no, like sometimes I'll watch the game and we'll lose. I'm like, damn, probably have won if I wasn't watching.
Bro, you give yourself way too much credit for the power you have over a team,
It's
bro.
just superstition, dude. It's just,
Yeah,
it's
because I was gonna
just
say, if
superstition.
that's the case, tell me the lotto numbers, bro. Come on.
I know. I wish.
Yeah, so
Are you guys going to any games this year?
Hell
I'm
yeah, dude.
going to the home opener.
we're going to week 3. We're gonna go to
Yeah.
the first hope opener. Me and Brandon.
Nice.
Yep.
And
Guys
we're
gonna
gonna-
I'm planning to go to week 18,
Guys gonna
but I
hold
just
each
In
other.
Arizona?
I need to get the ticket. No, week 18 versus the Rams.
Yeah,
Oh, in LA.
I'm taking my dad to that home
No,
opener.
in
Oh,
Are you
Levi.
down here?
I'm going week
Yeah.
4. I'm going week 4, which is not week 4. Wait, hold on.
Week 3 is
Week-
a home opener.
Which one am I
Yeah.
going to? I
Yeah,
was looking at the
we should've
wrong
gotten
thing. Hold
Christian
on.
on the list too, Beto.
Huh?
We should have gotten
Oh no, I'm going 1,
He-
2,
I
3,
think she's-
4,
I mean, I
5,
can ask
6.
her.
Yeah, ask
I'm
her.
going to week 8.
What about
Week 8 against the
Mr.
Bengals.
Sam Shaw? You want to go?
That's why I have to go week 18 because I'm at
Oh, you're
school.
back at
So
school.
like,
Gotcha.
Go where?
yeah, so
Yeah.
I just don't
Forget
have.
school. That's not
The
important.
game.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I don't think I can
I'm
go. I
kidding.
don't think I can go week 3. I can't get off work.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go week 8 though. I already have it planned.
Who do we play week 8
The
again?
Bengals.
I want to. My,
Oh,
my
that's
wife and
gonna
I
be-
want to see Joe Burrow.
That's a good game to
Oh,
go
that's
to.
gonna be a good game to go to. Yeah.
The Bengals. Yeah. See my boy Joe Burrows.
He's my favorite quarterback in the league.
Joe
So
Burr.
Yep.
All
Same
right.
here.
Well, that's gonna do it for us, faithful. We'll see you to preview week 1 against the Steelers next week.
Man, already next week.
Already,
If you
wow.
if you haven't yet already, please hit that like and subscribe button on all channels. Really appreciate it. And if you haven't yet already, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever the hell you want to call it, Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff. We're all on
X.
social media apps. So hit that follow button, and we'll be back next weekend to preview the Steelers game. Until next time, guys, go Niners.
go
Go
Niners.
Niners.
Niners.